but that's what Jewish foreplay is. Or is it Polish foreplay? I forget. Oh, come on, that would have been funny.
No.
You're on the air.
No, we're not. I don't see the thing up here.
You gotta refresh it.
I can't refresh this. There's no refresh button.
You gotta close it and open it.
Hello, welcome to Mark and Joe, Utterly Insane, formerly the Mark and Joe Show.
See, he can't even think right.
It's his fault because he's got things fucked up again.
Not me.
Yep.
I don't fuck things up. I fix them.
Yeah, well, you know what? I bet I can get it right here.
I'm like Michael Cohen. I'm a fixer. I got it. DoorDash.
You got it?
It's right here. I'm the only viewer.
No, you're not.
It says 1 on mine. Actually, I have nothing up. It brought this up.
Yeah, but you gotta click it. Now we're live, see?
That's weird. How come it shows me as the only viewer?
I don't know.
Oh, Molly's watching. Hi, Molly.
Hi, Molly. Alright, we're gonna be talking.
One quick thing. He figured out SoundCloud. You need to send him the information on how to get to the RSS. Please.
Okay. Somebody's been smoking something there. Alright, we picked...
What? Because I
I was reading... I'm sorry, I was reading a
Yeah,
message.
you should be sorry.
I was reading a message that came up on Facebook. It was from kind of a long-lost daughter, so to speak.
Ah, I see.
Just bought a house out here, and I was asking how the house was earlier. How they liked their new house.
So anyway, we're going to do a couple of conspiracy theories. The first one we're going to probably delve into, Joe came up with.
Well, I didn't come up with
both of
a
them.
neighbor put me onto this one.
But this one is called, Is Paul Dead? As in Paul McCartney. Was he killed in the car crash that he had in 66?
November of 66, supposedly.
And his doppelganger took his place.
Now, there's a couple of good theories around that one, too.
Because, I'll tell you a brief little history here.
Okay, you go on.
Because what happened is the Beatles were recording in the studios in 66, and they got done with their studios, and Paul supposedly was tired, and he was driving, and something went weird, and he lost control of his vehicle and crashed, and supposedly he got killed in that. And I found all kinds of stuff saying that the MI5, which is the
British
intelligence, military intelligence, domestic military intelligence, was also helping the Beatles cover it up. And the Beatles themselves actually would, they had hired doppelgangers because of their fans, and they had the doppelgangers show up first to to distract the fans, so they'd be able to get through the backstage doors and get all ready and everything without having too much problems. This all ties in because what happened supposedly is when he had that accident, he died, and so their doppelganger that they had for him, he was also a musician.
Musician.
King's talk. Musician.
Sounded and
looked a lot like him. Played the guitar same way, everything. He was left-handed, just like Paul. And so there goes, they start this rumor, this rumor starts up with everybody.
And supposedly the rest of them help cover it up.
Mm-hmm.
And they start getting guilty about covering it up. And so George Harrison, John Lennon, And Ringo
Ringo
Starr start putting out hints in the songs, the album
Their
artwork.
songs, the artwork on the albums and everything, like Abbey Road.
Like Abbey Road, there's a lot of clues here. You look at Paul McCartney, or what's supposed to be Paul McCartney.
You go from the front to the back. Front to the back. You got John Lennon, who's dressed in white. He's
He's supposed to be the Heavenly Father.
He's representative of the preacher.
Yeah, preacher.
Okay.
Yeah, they got Heavenly Father on here, but yeah, it's preacher.
This next one is George.
Yeah.
I believe.
No, that's Ringo. Ringo's
Okay,
the Undertaker.
Next one's Ringo. He's not Undertaker. Pall Bearer is supposed to be.
Pall Bearer, Undertaker.
Whoever put the things on here fucked up.
But it's a good picture. That's the only one I could find.
And then
really
you got Paul. And
who's
he represents
barefooted.
the dead man.
And he's barefooted and carrying a cigarette in his
right
hand
hand instead of his
with
left hand. And then you got George, who's dressed differently than these guys because he's in jeans and a jean shirt and stuff. And he's represented. He's representative of
the Gravedigger. And then you got the car.
But if you look at this carefully, you can see that you got John, Ringo, and George all stepping with, what is it, their left foot first?
Yeah, Paul's out of step.
Yes, they're stepping with their left foot first, and Paul's stepping with his right foot
First.
He's also barefooted. And being barefooted is considering supposed to be a
sign of a dead man.
Dead person. Now, if you go and look at the Volkswagen, the plate on the Volkswagen, it says.
I forgot what it says. I couldn't
can't
find a
zoom
good
it
picture.
in, can you?
No, I can't. Oh wait.
Okay, keep going. Dude, bring that back up. Look up.
There you go.
I see.
I hate laptops. You know that. All right. It's basically.
It
Yeah,
says
something about
28.
28.
The bottom part says 28 if.
Yeah.
So basically,
When
he would have
Abbey
been
Road
28.
was made, he would have been 28
He would have been
years.
28 years old.
Paul McCartney would have been 28 years old when Abbey Road was made.
Right.
That's what that means.
That's what that is supposed to be.
Right. That's what that's supposed to signify.
And this is actually Abbey Road that they're walking across.
Right.
So
It's one of the most famous pictures, that Abbey Road picture and stuff. A lot of people have actually gone there and taken pictures crossing that street themselves.
they've got all kinds of stuff like that.
But now here's the other one. Here's another clue about that. This one states, Paul mysteriously grew several inches after his death.
Oh yeah,
Here he
I
is
see that one
pictured,
too.
and this picture on the left, he's pictured with his girlfriend Jane Asher before and after 66. The black and white picture on the
That's
left,
before.
and he's about the same height as she is.
He's about an inch or two taller than she is.
Maybe in
And
this
then-
one.
Right.
I don't think
in the
he's
black and
taller.
white
He looks almost the same height in that to me.
No, he's about an inch or two taller than she is at that point. Now, if you look at the other one, which was taken after 67, that
66.
one or 66, that one he's like what 6-7 inches taller.
He's significantly
Yeah,
taller
he's
than she
significantly
is.
taller.
He's almost a half a foot, easy.
So that's another thing a lot of the conspiracists look at and say, hey, this proves that this is not even Paul. This is a totally different person.
And then this is taken.
Sergeant Pepper's.
This is taken part of the Sgt. Pepper's Lonely Hearts Club Band album cover.
Yep.
There's that little ring in there that says, Sgt. Pepper's Lonely Hearts Club Band in the middle with a big disc.
Mm-hmm.
All right. If you place a mirror halfway through the bass drum on the cover of Sgt. Pepper's, you see the words one.
It's Roman
I
numerals.
want-
It's Roman numerals indicating
Yeah, he died.
11/9, and it says he died.
Right. So it's for the 11th month, which means November. Well, the 1 can be the Roman numeral for 9. 1X can be the Roman numeral for 9. Now the message reads, November 9th, he died. Because the Beatles stopped
Supposedly.
touring suddenly in 66, Paul is suspected to have died on the 9th of November in that year. That's what that says.
Yes, I understand. And then there are other clues on the cover of.
Yeah, I think I got a better one. I think that better picture is actually on the got onto the desktop.
No, try and find it.
I'm going to.
Even though you're looking up here.
It's right here.
You shouldn't close those. Minimize them.
Well, I didn't mean to
Dumbass.
minimize it.
No, you closed it.
Now, if you look at this one,
Now over here, by this person on the side, that one there, they're supposedly bloody driving gloves.
yeah, right here.
Mm-hmm.
I think they are.
Yep.
And then you got the hand over Paul McCartney's head there.
Yep.
Like it goes like this.
Yeah.
Just over his head from behind. And that's supposed to signify death.
Yes, peanut gallery.
What about the bass guitar wreath? Down at the bottom,
Keep going.
the bass guitar wreath.
Yeah, there's it looks like a three string guitar down there.
And right here.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that had some significance too, but I...
Supposedly it indicated, and if you look at the positioning it's in a left-handed position. Therefore, it's indication or supposedly. Hang on,
Supposed
Paul.
to signify that Paul
Why
played
didn't you
bass
just close
guitar.
that? We were still looking. Never mind.
Because I'm going to the other one that's on here.
You're a joke.
That might explain that one.
But there's another explanation for that.
Mm-hmm.
Each Beatle members was allowed to choose a number of famous figures to appear on the Sgt. Pepper's album cover.
Okay, I see you're multitasking over there. Now, do you have a
well, it's
live feed
considerably
up on
taller.
the other screen?
Yes, I
Okay.
do.
And here they show where they got the... Go ahead.
And one of John's
You should be
choices
watching
was
the
his
live feed.
oldest, best mate
She's got it on
and
the other
former
screen. She can
Beatles
see it.
member, Stu Sutcliffe, who had died in 1962. They're saying that also signified him.
Looks like we're the only ones up. Still, like I'm the only one on it. Not these two.
Tom and Molly are watching together because Molly's phone died.
Yeah, but it only when I bring it up, it only shows one person.
It's same here, but
They're on there.
yeah.
It could be because mine's associated too.
Alright. But here they show, over here, there's the younger Beatles. Over
Oh yeah,
here.
yeah. This is another part of the cover
Alright,
too. The
and they're
ones
all in
next
the
to
black
them,
and
they're
black
in
and
their
white
black
color.
suits.
That's
The
those
ones
are
I was asking about
wax
before.
figures of
Right
the younger
here.
Beatles.
Okay, and you got the one in the very front. That's Paul, and he's the shortest of them all, right?
And then over here,
And
he's
over here, you got
significantly
Paul here,
taller.
and he's way more taller. He's up there, pretty much the same height as the rest of the
That's
guys.
supposed to be the that's supposed
the
to...
significance of the difference in
The wax
size.
figures were made to the specifications of the 1964 Beatles and reflect the analogies in height of that era, while the picture on the right reflects the height difference between the original Paul and the fake Paul.
Unless he grew a couple inches after the accident.
And after the age of 18, I mean, you know, when most people stop growing.
Exactly.
Maybe he has that disease that keeps him.
And
from-
here in his white
keeps him growing.
album, there's a portrait of picture there is
Yeah,
a
but
scar.
you can see the back of the Sgt. Pepper's album.
Yeah.
And see, there's they say that this scar on his lip, there's a scar on his lip, you can see it here. I don't know how well they'd be able to see it. But they say that's from plastic surgery done to transform the replacement.
Don't know. Now, I don't know if you have the back of that album, but on the back of that album, you've got Paul standing backwards with his back to everybody.
Right. I didn't have all of the pictures transformed over here because I couldn't find them all again. I couldn't find my jump drive to bring them over to the laptop.
You could have emailed them to yourself.
But now, if you and then look at this one, not too many years difference between the two Pauls. Look at the chin difference, the eye
Oh, I know.
difference.
I've already was looking at some of those too. It does
I
look
mean-
different. I mean, the eyes look different.
I mean, even if you
The
lose
eyebrows
weight, you
even
don't
look
end up
different.
getting that significantly different just from losing
the-
weight.
In that particular picture, you got the eyebrows looking different. The eyes are looking a little different. The chin, the doppelganger chin looks a little more pointed than Paul's. Paul's is more rounded on the end. The nose even is different. Paul
Yeah.
had more of a pointed down sloping nose,
And
where
this one
the other
looks,
guy had
this
more
one's
of
kind
a
this one kind of
normal-
flattened and come out.
yeah.
kind of comes out like a
And,
T at the
and
bottom.
there's a couple of pictures I found in looking at these pictures that I even brought up where they took the pictures of the Paul McCartney before '66 and the one of him after, and they split them down the middle and put them together to make the face.
Oh yeah.
And you can see there's differences in the way that the nose sits. There's differences in the way the eyes look. There's differences in the way the chin matches up. And even the ears themselves have differences.
Yeah, I
in
even
them.
saw some of those pictures where they had like a forensic type person taking all the little points with the lines and stuff like that and pointing out a lot of the major
Now,
differences
I was taking down some notes.
Yeah.
Okay. And I'm looking here and I went to YouTube and I found a YouTube video. It was called "Who Buried Paul McCartney?" And if you look it up on YouTube, that's how you type it in, "Who Buried Paul McCartney?" And then throughout the video, it talks about some of these things. It tells you to look for clues on the album covers.
Right, which we have.
Ones. Play the song backwards. Play songs, the songs that they've made. You can play some of them backwards. They say different things. And then this one says
I don't
Revolution.
have no phonograph to do that.
Revolution number 9. Play it backwards. And it says something about "Turn Me On, Dead Man" or something like that.
Yeah, I remember reading that one.
Yeah. Now the
We were
person
watching that video.
that they allegedly replaced him with was Bill Shepard,
Right, William Shepard.
or Billy Shepard.
Billy
William Shepard.
Shears.
No, it was William Shepard.
It's Billy Shepard.
Billy Shears is the guy that they had with he was part
For
of
Ringo.
yeah, he was a replacement, like a doppelganger for Ringo, and he was part of the Sgt. Pepper's Lonely Hearts Club Band, and they had
Billy
him also
Shepard.
kind of play a doppelganger for Paul McCartney a couple of times too, to prove a point, because that was after the fact, and supposedly the remaining band members, the original 3, George, Ringo, and John Lennon, were kind of guilty from keeping this big major secret of Paul McCartney, that they started letting all these different hints out.
But there's some other things I found though.
Right.
Okay. You know, Billy Shepard was part of a group called Billy Peppers and the Pepper Pots.
Right.
And he played very similar to what Paul played. He sang very similar to how Paul sang. And so they wound up taking him on as Paul's doppelganger. And
The fifth Beatle theory.
he was
left-handed
left-handed as well. So the thing is with this is after the '66 crash and Paul allegedly dying, then Billy became Paul. He stepped in because Billy disappeared completely. His name and everything disappeared completely about a year after that.
Yeah, after
And
66.
and nobody knows what actually happened. So now during watching this little documentary thing that I found on YouTube, you had Fred Laborde. He was at the time he was working with a newspaper. Now he claims in the interview, he admitted closer to the end that he had written the news article
Right.
that sparked the conspiracy. And he said though that the way he did it is he put just enough truths to draw the people in and left enough lies to keep them guessing. And that what he wrote, he claims was false. So there is a contradiction in the whole setup.
There's
too.
also this contradiction too. It goes like this: in
Those are my notes,
'66,
by the way.
Paul McCartney was in a fatal car crash, but the band must go on. So the remaining members of the Beatles covered up his death by hiring a replacement, still known for their witticism and being alright. The group hid the secret messages and clues in their music, including alluding to the truth that Paul is dead. But going back to the origin of the Paul is dead conspiracy, there was no, according to this, and this is from ATI, alright, All Things Interesting is what it's called.
Okay.
All right. It says, going back to the origin of the Paul is dead conspiracy, there was no reported car crash in 66. It's true that in 67 there was an accident involving Paul McCartney's Mini Cooper. The driver, however, was not killed. The driver also wasn't Paul, who wasn't even in the car at all, according to this.
Right.
Okay.
The other things I found, it wasn't even a Mini Cooper that he had in the 66 accident.
Right.
It was a more of a sporty kind of car, kind of like a
Well, I really found...
Aston Martin or Porsche.
Right. I really didn't find too many versions of this one here. You know, the saying that, you know, he didn't
That it
die and
happened
he
in
wasn't in his
67?
car and
Yeah.
all on and so on and so forth. And then there was like a reporter that says, you know, that the thing was all a hoax. You know, there's some people saying it's a hoax, but with every conspiracy theory, there's always two sides to that story.
Yeah.
Somebody's trying to prove it and somebody's trying to debunk it. We're going to sit here, give you some of the facts that we found out, and
Tell
we'll
you
let
some
you
of the
decide
things
for
we
yourselves.
Yeah. That's the whole thing. We'll tell you some of the things we found and let you figure out whether you want to believe it or not. Are we getting any asks from anybody? At least. Okay. So I'm just curious.
So in theory, you know, when he was knighted by the Queen of
Mhm.
England, she didn't really knight Paul McCartney.
Nope.
You know,
It
and so
would've
on
been-
and
it
so
would've
forth.
been
There
Billy
was
Shepherd.
never any real Paul McCartney in the wings.
Yes.
Now, I found an article that about Ringo Starr doing an interview,
Yeah.
and he claims that it was William Shears Campbell that took Paul McCartney's place, not Billy Shepherd.
Everything I found showed that Billy Shepherd was.
Yeah, I found the
And-
same.
and it
I
was
mean,
in-
Billy
and it was in
Shears, according to what I found several times over and over
But
again,
Billy Shears,
Billy Shears
was one of the doppelgangers.
was one of the doppelgangers, but
Yeah,
he was the
'cause
doppelganger
he's-
for Ringo Starr, and they used him
Picture with
briefly
Ring-
in a
with
couple
Paul.
of album arts or something. I don't know. They used him briefly to, I can't remember exactly what it was, Yellow Submarine or Sergeant Pepper's Band or something.
Obviously, somebody over there is trying to debunk our debunking.
Right. I mean, I'm not too sure what to think about this. I mean, I'm not a Beatles fan, but I was a Paul McCartney fan.
Yeah, I know. You never really liked the bug music.
No, I wasn't big on bug music, but I did like Paul McCartney when he went solo.
He did good. He did well in his solo.
I
Yeah.
mean, he was great in his
Wings.
solo career, but to learn this, I wouldn't know what to think. But what I've seen and what I know, anything's possible in this world.
There's
You
a
know,
lot of things that are possible
I
in this
mean,
world.
I mean, think
You
about
know,
it.
conspiracies like
Back
this.
then, though, the Beatles were gaining so much popularity so fast, and then all of a sudden, out of nowhere,
yeah,
a car
if
crash
something like
kills.
this happens.
Right, and you're
Then,
thinking,
yeah.
okay, that's going to be the end of us. What do we do now? Oh, quick, let's get somebody else to step in and call him
It's
Paul.
possible. It's possible.
Well, think
Very
about it.
possible.
Wouldn't you do it? I mean, look, they went down in the Guinness Book of World Record probably as the only people, I don't know
Well, John and
today's
Paul-
date, but they surpassed Elvis Presley
John,
and record sales.
right? But John and Paul were the two most famous of
Oh yeah,
of the Beatles.
by far.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, Ringo was an
and
awesome
don't
drummer,
forget
but
Yoko
he
Ono, how
never
famous
went-
she became with all the controversy
and
around
that-
her.
well, because of Paul.
People
Or
wanting
not
to-
Paul, but because of
Well, they-
John. She was John's girlfriend, wife, whatever
Right.
the hell.
But
But-
some people were saying that she ruined the band after
She
it
did,
came along.
actually.
Yeah.
I believe she did.
That's a
because
matter
she
of
started
opinion.
she started controlling
John Lennon, and
She
yeah.
started telling him, no, you got to do this or you got to do that or I'm gone.
You know, that's another thing. You know, I wonder if, you know, with all these different conspiracies around there, you know, if there wasn't something set up to get rid of John Lennon. Because let's go back to your what you
Well-
found about the MI5.
Well, that's another thing too.
Okay,
on
because
that.
I think if I remember right, when I was reading about the MI5 person replacing Paul McCartney, okay, that John Lennon was getting out of control.
Yeah.
By letting too many secrets out and not keeping the secret,
Well, by the
not
time
keeping his mouth shut,
John Lennon,
and they had him assassinated, basically.
I know.
I mean,
I
that's
don't
one
know
of the
about
stories
that.
I found.
it was
I did find
it was
that
a
story.
deranged fan that killed.
I understand that, but
But the
what's to
thing
say
is-
that
the
that,
thing
that
is
wasn't
on
a
that-
setup too?
But the thing is on that, at the time that Lennon died, and was well, at the time he was shot, the Beatles had already became
Well, they
so
were
famous that they could have
unbelievably
lost.
famous.
They could have
John's-
lost.
At
two
that
of the
time,
guys.
Lennon was doing
They
a
could have
solo
lost two
career.
of their
Right.
guys, and nobody would have even fucking batted an eye
Right.
because Paul. They were still following Paul at that time too.
Yeah.
'Cause
John
he-
Lennon, at the time John Lennon died, Paul and John Lennon had solo careers going on. If I'm not mistaken, Paul McCartney was also, no, he wasn't with the Wings anymore. He was doing the solo career because that one greatest hits album was coming out with Temporary Secretary and a couple other songs that he did long after the Beatles. I can't remember, but I can remember the picture, the album cover. Because I remember where I was learning, actually driving back from Oregon, Wisconsin on Highway 14 when I heard, I was driving home. I was driving home from Madison. It was like midnight, you know. I met my stepmother up at one of the state office buildings, driving down Highway 14, the old Highway 14, you know, where you get all the country views. And it came over the radio that he got shot and all of that, and killed and all of that. And my stepmother just freaked. Me, I didn't care so much because, like I said, I was never a big fan of bug music.
Yeah.
You know, and I wasn't really a fan of John Lennon either that much. I was more of a Paul McCartney fan. You know, especially when he went solo. But we're gonna let you decide for yourself on that one. There's a lot out there, and it was overwhelming to try to sort through some of the bullshit.
There was a lot of stuff there that was.
There's a lot of
Good, there's a
documentaries
lot of
out there that you can get off of Amazon.com. There's a lot of books that were written by George and Ringo, and
Now, supposedly though, George on his deathbed admitted to the fact that
right, there was
Paul
a doppelganger
the
that
doppelganger,
right.
that the current Paul McCarthy was a doppelganger.
McCartney, not McCarthy.
Fine. That just shows you how much bug music I even bother with.
Right, exactly.
I mean, they had great music. They did extremely well.
Yeah, but you know,
But you just
I think I don't know. There was just something about it that I didn't care for. I mean,
no, I like this.
yeah,
I like the music,
me
Hey
do.
Jude,
You know.
Hey Jude was a good one, and then
Well, Twist and Shout. Look how famous that became. What was his name? Matthew Broderick on Ferris Bueller's Day Off had to do that one. In the parade. That was a good one. But that's one of those songs that you hear all the time in those big dance things. You know, like somebody's got a wedding or something. You always hear Twist and Shout.
Right.
You know, that's how famous the Beatles were. They had songs that were constantly played. And to this day, I wouldn't be surprised if you heard that at a wedding or a party where there's a DJ or something like that, you know. I mean, that's music's old, but some of it just never gets old because it's so good. You know, I just was not a
That
fan
and the
to
chicken
follow
dance.
them. Yeah, the chicken dance.
Okay,
You would love that one. wouldn't you?
so we pretty much done with this one.
Yeah, we'll let them
Okay.
decide.
So basically, you
Yeah,
heard
give
what
us
we
comments.
found.
Let us know what you
Throw
think
comments
about
in there.
if he's a
Um,
dead or not. Check out some of the.
Just let us know what you think.
It's a big conspiracy
It
theory
is a
because
big-
you can find it on Time Magazine. You can find it just about anywhere.
All things interesting.
Allthingsinteresting.com.
And then, so now that we're
It's one of those top 10, just about every conspiracy theory list. The Paul is dead conspiracy was on almost every top 10 list, somewhere on that list.
well, like I said, there's always a conspiracy out there. Doesn't matter.
Oh, I love conspiracy
So now,
shows sometimes.
now that we're kind of like midway here.
Now with the internet trying to debunk some of these or trying to figure out if they're true or not, it's kind of fun. You know what I'm
Yes,
saying?
it is. It's kind of interesting. You never know what you're gonna find.
You never know what you're going to
And
dig up.
YouTube is littered with all kinds of crap.
Yeah, and we're going to litter it with more, right?
All right, so
That could be a stinky
we're
issue.
a half point of this one. So remember, our website is www.utterlyinsanemj.com. Can't be saying it together. It's
Sure
gonna
we can.
fuck everybody up, and nobody's
fuck
gonna be
off.
able to understand what we're saying. Whatever. Take your happy
Hey, you
emoji
did it last week.
rap and.
Hey, I'm happy to see ya.
Yeah, that didn't show up.
That was a good day.
The tables.
I could have stood up for that one.
Go ahead. That's the only thing that will stand up.
You bite me. Ask my wife. Never mind.
So,
we won't go
anyway,
there
it's
right now. It's not that type of show, guys.
utterlyinsanemj.com.
Uh-oh. I'm getting looks of kill. Yeah, if looks could
If looks
kill,
could kill, you'd be drop
dead.
dead right now, and
I
I'd be
know.
doing the show by
But
myself.
still, it's doing the happy
No,
dance for
I'd
you.
come in and join you.
It's doing the happy dance for you.
And also on our website, we have the Amazon affiliation program. We have a
Yeah,
place there that you
there's
can
a link where you can
link it.
order through Amazon. You go there, you order through Amazon, and we get a little bit of a kickback, and it'll help us bring you a better show.
That's true. That's true.
You know, because
And
all the
then,
proceeds from anything is going to buy us better equipment, better microphones. Hell, maybe even get our
We'll have
studio
better
built.
video. We'll have better sound. We'll have, better shows.
You know,
And then also on our website, you have the podcastawards.com.
yeah, podcastawards.com. Go to podcastawards.com and vote for us. We're hoping to maybe win, but it's who
Yeah,
knows
there's a
what
lot
could
of
happen.
competition out there. And
A lot of good
couple of them-
competition.
One of them is some buddies of ours that you
Yeah.
wound up meeting online, and
Yeah,
we
had,
did
we
that
had a-
crossover
we
show.
had a good time with that crossover
And yeah,
show.
we will mention your show in our show. It's Off the Rails with
Tom and Mark.
So yes, we will mention them.
That was a
They're
good
awesome.
time. We're gonna go
Those
see
guys are
them.
great.
What
I like
what
them.
is that? A couple of weeks we're gonna go see them.
I
Isn't
think
that
it was.
coming
Isn't it supposed to be the 14th?
I think it's next weekend.
Yeah, I think it's next weekend, the 14th.
Oh wow, it's coming up that fast. Huh?
Yeah,
Damn.
we'll have to get in touch with them and make sure they'll, get a hold of Tom's other half, or even shoot Tom.
And then we got
Then
a
we got a-
PayPal donate button. If
Yep.
you want to help us bring a better show to you, you can donate any amount you want.
No set amounts.
And again,
you
that's
can
all.
donate a
All
penny.
these links you can
Hit the
find.
hit the damn thing and donate a penny. We get a few thousand people donating a penny. It adds up.
It adds up real quick. Hell, maybe we'll have that mixer board in no time, right?
Yeah, there you go.
But
And
it's
then,
all found at www.utterlyinsanemj.com. Also,
We've
new
also
there.
got wait. We've also got a phone number because we got
You want to take that
we got
down?
a Magic Jack set up, so it's a phone number. It's area code 920 and 744-7574. And
You
I've
can
got
call in while we're on the show, and he has to answer.
we've got a phone hooked up. It's the Magic Jack setup, so we got a phone hooked up to that, and then I downloaded an app for my cell phone, which will actually ring into my cell phone. Unfortunately, I've had to turn the app off a couple of times because we got
Telemarketers calling in for
and
website design.
website designers calling in and saying,
It's
"Oh,
just
we
too
can
bad they don't
make
call
you
in
better
during the
ones."
show because I would love to have fun with them fuckers. Just once.
No, you had your chance.
They call in during the show, you answer that fucker, and we're going to tell them off. I found out that you call it when they call in, those telemarketers call in. I've answered it, hello, Utterly Insane, you're on the air, and immediately they hang up.
Hang up.
Yeah. I think that's fucking funny. So anyway,
Do it.
we also got a new feature.
Well, we got somebody over here trying to get our attention. So
Hold on, let us
ask her.
finish here. We got a new feature. You can go to our website on the main page. There's a deal says, I think it says polls on the main page. I think I put it.
No,
Well, I'm gonna go.
you're
take
the
a
one
look.
that put it there.
Well, we were both working on it, you know. So
Yeah, but you know.
yeah, it says, all right, it says fan poll. All right, go to the fan poll, and you can vote for what type
What
of
you want
show
us
or
to
what
do
topic
next.
you want to talk
Topics.
us to talk about next week. And we've
Topics.
got, oh, let's see. Looks like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 topics that you can choose from.
Yeah, stuff that you put up there that works fine.
You had some. Oh, you act like you had no
I
say
had
in
some
this, you little
input.
whiny
No,
bitch.
I had some input.
Well, then
You
why
know
say
what?
it's all me?
You're no. You're calling me a whiny bitch. You're the one that fucking whines at me all the time, dude.
Oh, it goes better than the
asking.
campers.
You're asking for war now, man. You're definitely asking for war.
Firecracker war.
Bottle rocket war.
No, firecracker war.
So anyway, that's some of the things you can find on our website.
So you can vote.
And yes, we're continuing because we do have
Right, but let me
another
get back to the
conspiracy
poll
get to.
because you've got these 8 topics and you've got until next Thursday to vote. Because after Thursday, I'm going to tally up all the votes,
if there is any.
if there is any. And then that's what our topic's going to be, and I'll announce that on Thursday.
That's fine. Then
So-
that'll give us a little bit of time to.
It gives
actually-
you guys, the fans that are watching us, a chance to pick what topic we talk
Right.
about
It gives the fans the chance to
voice their opinion.
voice their opinion on what they'd like us to do. Plus, as long as we get it, by Thursday, it'll give us a chance to do some more research on stuff that we may have, a little.
Some of this we already know about anyway.
Yeah, a lot of it we know about, but it gives us a chance to do some of the other stuff, research and stuff.
Still a nice looking website. All right, let's go on.
All right, now we got another conspiracy to play with. Yes, Missy.
Before you go on,
Uh-oh.
getting back to that Listener Appreciation Day for Off the Rails. It is on July 14th.
So it is next weekend.
It is next weekend.
All right.
So we will be at Jackson Park next weekend.
All right. We'll have to go to Jackson Park. I might have you drive. Maybe I can drink.
The thing is, it's going to interfere with you guys' show.
Well, we can do the show earlier, or we can do it Friday night after I'm done with work.
We'll figure out where
we
to
can
get
just,
it
We
in.
can just push it.
Okay, because it's from 2 to 8.
Yeah, we can push it. No problem.
Okay. I just figured
Maybe we'll do a live show from there and use my phone. Who knows?
we could always
there's
take the
ways of doing it.
laptop and the webcam.
Well, I haven't did my unlimited data on my phone yet. I got 12 gigs, so.
Okay, so we're going to be talking about Haarp
Oh,
next.
next one is Haarp. Haarp.
Haarp.
Harp on everything.
H-A-A-R-P.
Yeah. And what'd you say it was for? What'd you say it was the anagram stands for?
Hey, I got it written down. High frequency active Aurora research program. Okay.
High frequency active Aurora
Research program.
project.
Well, they got program. I saw, I guess it depends
Yes,
on
I
who you're
got
talking
notes.
to, just like any other conspiracy theory.
Oh, wow.
This says, this says it was created in 1997, and this, I found it was created in 1990. What did you find?
Oh, it was not created in '97. I'll tell you that right
I think
now.
it was more like 1990.
Because it's been online and
See
running.
there, Aurora Research.
According to what I found, it's been online and running, and they've been doing construction on it since '94 all the way through 2007.
I was going to say, I just found pictures of the...
Of the complex?
Yep.
Yeah. But it's kind of interesting. Oh, I guess I did actually. So yeah, it's a pretty interesting setup. they're using antennas to broadcast ELF waves. You know what ELF waves are? Okay.
Which will seriously fuck you up.
Hello.
Yeah.
Do you know what ELF waves are?
Yeah, extremely low frequency waves.
Yep. They're
Which will seriously fuck up your shit. I'm just reading what it says.
no, I don't.
I got what you said right here. An extremely, they reflected back into Earth's ionosphere on an extremely low frequency called ELF waves, which will seriously fuck up your shit. That's what it says. I'm not kidding you.
And they will. It'll really mess you up. But what they're doing is it's a government program that was put together, and what they're trying to do is use these ELF waves to control the weather.
Well, yeah, that's what they say.
That's what they're allegedly supposed to be doing.
Yeah, but this
and
stuff
what happens whenever
different.
when they use these ELF waves and they broadcast them. Now here, this is some of the things that I found in the research I did. Okay, the Haarp program, it says Haarp weather control. There's 180 72-foot tall antennas that they're using to broadcast these ELF waves in a concentrated area.
Right.
And they're broadcasting them upwards into the atmosphere. Now, the United States, and this facility, this one facility, is broadcasting at 3.6 million watts. Okay? 3.6 million watts. Where your normal broadcasting channels are not even maybe,
fraction of that.
Yeah, they're about 10, 20,000, 30,000. Some of them are at 50,000 watts. And that's so they can reach out into some of the surrounding areas and stuff like that. But at 3.6 million watts, I mean that's a lot of juice that they're pushing through these things. And what they're doing with them is they're broadcasting the ELF waves upwards, and what it's doing is they're going up and they're hitting the ionosphere, and they're pushing the ionosphere out into space. Further away.
Totally different.
And then when it does this, it makes the stratosphere rise, which actually makes the jet stream move.
Yeah. Well,
they're displacing pressure points, and they're causing the jet stream to move, which actually causes the weather to be unstable.
Did you also read this though? The ELF waves are capable of penetrating your own brain. And it says, put your cell phone on vibrate, now put it to your head. Times this force by at least 1 million, you have just experienced the potential of Haarp. On top of this, the vibrations could influence brain activity, i.e. they could brainwash you and make you do anything.
Yeah.
See that ugly chick across the bar? Do you want to have sex with her? No? Well, maybe you have to one day.
That's the point. Okay,
this
that's
could
part
not
of the
only
conspiracy.
paralyze you completely, but it could cause you to go insane. These waves can also make their way through the concrete walls and streets.
Yeah. Now, here's something else that you didn't know, possibly. The United States has that are known to the public 3 locations that they have
I've only
these
known
facilities.
of the one
They
in
have
Alaska.
3 locations that they have of these facilities. One of them is in Gakona, Alaska.
That's
Okay.
what I know about.
There's another one outside of Fairbanks, Alaska. And the third one the United States has is down in Arecibo, Puerto Rico. Okay? That's the 3 that we have. Now, also known to the public, Russia has one. At least one. They may have more. And theirs is in Tromsø, or not, theirs is in Vasil, Sursk, Russia, and the European Union. Okay, that's the combination of England and Germany and France and all these guys over there. They are in operation of one as well, and theirs is located in Tromsø, Norway. So, what I found out about this is all 5 of these, just these 5 alone, if they were broadcasting in tandem with each other,
Yeah.
they could create weather phenomena that can literally destroy a country. Or, depending on how they broadcast them and the directionals that they can broadcast them, they can create an earthquake that will destroy a country.
Yeah, well,
That's pretty fucked up to know
when
that
you
your
think about
enemies
that,
have a device like you have that's
they're so pissy about the
capable
ozone.
of doing that.
These people are so pissy about the ozone layer and stuff like that.
Peanut Gallery over there wants to say
This
something
thing
again.
could destroy the ozone layer like that if they're not careful. Okay.
God damn it.
You can't
Just
throw
so
it.
you know, this facility, the one in Gakona, Alaska, actually has been transferred from the U.S. Air Force to the University of Alaska, and it has not been in operation since 2014.
Yeah,
Bullshit.
that's what they want you to believe.
Bullshit.
You know,
It's on their website.
I don't give a
matter.
shit.
Okay,
You know,
anything
the
involving our government,
is
anytime
always
there's
full
a
of
conspiracy
false
involving our government, it's bullshit.
They're
You
always
cannot
full
trust what our government says, our military government that are doing these top secret tests.
False.
You can't trust any of
False. They're always about
On
false
this website also, it does say that it
information
does
and misleading the
affect
public.
the weather. It,
Yeah.
it tells you.
Well, yeah,
it.
but
Well, that's a
but
common known
This
fact.
is the worst part
Now.
of it, though. That it can brainwash people, make you do things. Let's see, what else can this thing do? I mean, this thing's got more sinister uses than just controlling the weather. If you think about it,
Well, that's the thing.
it can also
Using
block
it-
signals from any electronic device, which would mean you could stop anyone anywhere from communicating electronically, which would stop Koreans from gold mining. Well, I don't know this guy's, but anyway, the guy who made this, I
He
don't
wrote
know.
that
but
article. He's kind of.
I mean, this.
He's cracked, like it says.
Right. But I mean, it makes it almost impossible for you to know exactly what they're going to be using it for, when they're going to use it. You know, I mean, to think about it, they could sit there and, if they wanted to, they could use this to stop attacks. You know,
Yeah.
because it can penetrate the water, it can penetrate cement, and then, you know, they got a sub coming at us from, say, North Korea or something like that. They can electronically shut it completely down and leave them helpless
Yeah.
under the ocean.
Well, the other thing is, of the
Don't
three,
you even think about that shit got, you know, you fucker that's got like Freon in it. You-
of the
It
three
does not have Freon. It's compressed air.
ionospheric heaters in the world, which, according to
You know,
this
blow it
article,
out your ass.
which are in Norway,
Oh, that's it. Where's my fucking
Russia,
You want war?
and
You know what's
soon
going to
to
happen?
be
You
Puerto
do that and I blow
Rico.
this, it's going to go right on your cigarette and your face is going to catch on
The
fire.
one in Alaska is the most powerful and agile of the three. Which means the one up in Alaska
Stop.
is the best one out there.
Did you see how far
This
that?
shit's stinky, man.
Did you see how far it made it?
I'm sorry, what? Oh my god.
Guys, you get on your little childish kicks and you just go.
But it's fun.
And you don't listen.
But it's fun.
Yeah, it looks
Something
like,
about the
I'm gonna
Alaska
myself.
one.
It looks like
I'm
I
not
just
going
screwed
to. You
up
want
on
to
the
know what I said? You can watch the show later.
Oh, no, come on, repeat.
Basically, what I was saying is the one in
can't believe
Alaska,
it.
out of the three that are actually known, which is in Norway, Russia, and soon to be Puerto Rico, according whenever this article was written.
There's 5 that's actually known.
Well-
there's 2 in Alaska, 1 in Puerto Rico, and 1 in Russia, and 1
Well,
in
according
Norway.
to this, at the time that this was written, there was only 3. The one in
God,
Alaska,
that's so
well, 4, because the one in Alaska
Serious.
was the most powerful one out of all of them.
I lost my
And
garbage.
I
That's what
heard
they
that.
say. That's what they say.
Yes, that's what it says.
I lost my garbage can over here. What childish toys are we going to think up next?
And according to this, it opened in 2003.
Oh my god, my eyes are watering. But yeah, I like conspiracy theories. It's always fun to kind of think
Yeah,
about
it is.
them, isn't it?
Actually,
Yeah, it's fun.
it is open, but the transfers have been closed since the spring of 2014
Yeah.
Lies.
because they have no customers.
Oh, lies.
The government's their own customer.
But according
What,
to
who would be a customer for
See,
that?
they probably sent it.
I
They
don't know.
probably. Here's
fucking
the
supervillain
thing.
or what?
Here's the thing. Here's my theory. They probably turned it over to a university,
Yeah.
so that you can get all these young university scientists, all right, to revamp it, make it probably into more of a weapon or some
Mhm.
God knows what, you know. And once they get that, the government's still got control. Who do you think is funding the fucking thing?
but it was transferred on August 11th
Doesn't
of
matter.
2015.
That's just a way to get it. That's just a way for the government
just
to
what they're saying.
kind of say, okay, we're washing our
Because
hands for it, but we're not
actually-
really because we're secretly funding it at the same time.
Hang on, let her.
Which
let her
yeah,
read.
because which when it was transferred, it allows Haarp to continue with exploration of ionospheric phenomenology,
phenomenology.
via a land use cooperative research and development agreement, which the Air Force wouldn't have been able to do. That's why they transferred it to the university.
Well, see,
But they're still
But they're
still controlling what's done with it.
behind the scenes, yeah.
they got all the money.
Yeah.
You know, it's the military that's got it. You got some general or something in there that's heading up the whole fucking
But you know,
thing.
Harp's not the only thing our government is secretly testing and working.
Well, there's all kinds of shit. We could go on and on with this one, but
no,
you know,
our
Let's get somebody who's-
military, our Navy is has been and still is producing types of sonar
yeah.
that literally causes whales and dolphins to beach themselves.
Yeah,
Too
that's
bad
why
we didn't
they.
have the money to actually go up there.
That's why they brought out that. That's why they brought out that mockumentary thing.
Why would you want to go up there and
They're
get
having
your
an open
brain
house. No, they're having an open house on August
Hey.
25th
fucked? Yeah, brain fucking.
from
Hey.
9 a.m. to 3 p.m. and it's free of charge.
That's why. See, I wouldn't go up there. That's why you got that
You want to
sonar
get
thing.
lobotomized?
Let's go back to that sonar
Yeah.
thing.
You will get electronically lobotomized by those guys.
I wouldn't want to go anywhere near that fucking thing. I feel sorry for any fuckers that live within miles of it.
Anyway,
But you know, your sonar thing, that was a big thing. What was that, a couple years ago? Because it was, I saw it when we
Yeah.
moved out here. They had that mockumentary thing, and I call it a mockumentary because it was a total hoax. But it was about the mermaids.
oh yeah,
Remember,
Yeah.
they had that 2-part series, and they came out at the end and told her it was a hoax because it was, what was it, those,
that was the Discovery Channel.
yeah, it was environmentalists and stuff like that brought that
Mhm.
together because they were bitching. It was all about that sonar
Yeah,
killing
everything
dolphins.
to do about the sonar that was killing
Killing
dolphins,
dolphins.
That the government was testing.
Right. And they were trying to get it stopped, so they were thinking, well, shit, if there's an undiscovered character, you know, an undiscovered creature, like a mermaid or something out there, then maybe they'll have to stop. It's kind of like, you know, like those
luck with
environmentalists
that.
trying to stop a forest from being cut down because there's a rare bird that's only seen in that forest right now because it's almost extinct. Same kind of thing that they were trying to do with that mermaid film.
Yeah.
You know, and I got hooked on that because they had me believing in that one for a while.
Well, it's because a lot of the stuff they did was believable.
Oh yeah, very believable.
It was all believable. I mean,
You know, I mean, if you think
Think
about
of-
some of these conspiracy theories with an open mind, and keep in mind that the government
oh,
always
this is
lies.
interesting.
You know, They very rarely tell the
The
truth.
EU is building 5 new Haarp type arrays,
Oh yeah,
according to this little thing here on YouTube.
and that was out in 2015.
That's 2015, April.
That's a scary thought.
50,000 antennas.
And think about it. Here's the other scary thought. Think about all the natural disasters we've had recently.
Well, maybe that's part of
That's
this Haarp program.
that have kind of like had some history-breaking effects. You know, like what was the one that hurricane that just basically pummeled New Orleans? What, twice? They got pummeled for 2 different.
No.
Pretty close.
No, it was hurricanes.
I can't remember which one it was.
Hurricane Sandy's the one that hit the year after up in New York.
Right,
Took
but
out
I'm just
New York.
saying, you know, some of these rare occurrences
But the New Orleans hurricane, that
make
one,
you think. You know,
well, that's the thing, you know, that dives right into the fact that our planet's warming up too.
and then
And what's to say
the
that-
volcanoes going on in Hawaii right now? Look at that. I mean,
But there's
oh my
also
God.
been 2 or 3 other volcanoes that has erupted since that too.
Yeah, they've been talking about
There's
one
one
here in
down
the
in
United
South.
States.
There's
They're
one down
worried about the one
South America that's actually been erupting right now as well. Mount Shasta is a dormant volcano, and then you've got the one in, is it Mount Rainier up in Washington? No, was it Mount Whitney or Mount Rainier? Which one
I don't
was
know.
it that popped its top up in Washington back in the 80s?
Oh, Mount St. Helens.
Mount St. Helens, thank you. But Mount
But
Rainier,
they've been talking about one
There's
in.
another
I
one.
think they
I
were
mean-
talking about one in a national state park like Yellowstone that's been overactive
did you know
recently.
that Yellowstone is a
Active volcano.
dormant? It's a dormant
Oh,
volcano.
yeah, but it's been active.
The entire park sits inside the caldera of the super volcano that's there.
Right.
That's the entire park. That's a few 100,000 acres.
But some of that's been a little bit more active recently than usual in the past. I
Yeah.
was reading that too. I mean, because they got talking about that because of what's going on in Hawaii, you know. So, I mean, it puts a lot of that, what do you call them guys, geologist people on high alert, basically.
Mhm.
You know, there was a movie.
This you know, the program of Haarp, this all ties into a lot of other different stuff.
Oh, yeah. There was a movie, with Pierce Bronson called Dante's Peak. You ever see that
Dante's
one?
Peak. Yeah.
That was a good movie.
Yeah, I have seen that one.
Man, that was a scary thought. And to think those fucking things can be almost anywhere and you just don't know where they are because some of them are underground.
Hmm.
You know?
Well, you know, you can delve into other different conspiracies too, you know, because you got New Mexico, for instance, Dulce, New Mexico. There's allegedly a UFO base there. It's 7 stories underground. And supposedly they house animal-human hybrids, alien hybrids, alien-human hybrids,
Yeah, the super
aliens.
soldier.
aliens,
Yeah.
the craft and everything.
Yeah,
You know, that's another conspiracy we can actually get into and talk about on a different show.
the super soldiers.
Yeah, super soldier projects.
Yeah. There's a lot of those.
I mean, think about it in this aspect. If our scientists have gotten to the point where they can actually take the DNA, I mean, we've gotten to the point where we've got DNA pretty well mapped,
Yeah, they
And-
can clone things now.
and we do have alien DNA. All humans have a type of alien DNA
Well, that explains a lot
there
about you.
that is dormant.
I bet yours isn't.
But the thing is with that, the animals also, you know, certain types of their DNA, certain aspects of their DNA is what gives them their strength, gives them their intelligence, gives them their forms, their abilities and everything. Now, if you could take the DNA sequence of a silverback gorilla and break down that DNA where you can find the marker that would make that DNA or for that DNA that gives that gorilla its strength.
And put it into a human.
And be able to take that and splice it into a human's DNA.
You'd have a Bigfoot.
You would have a Bigfoot.
You never know.
You'd have a super. No, you would have a super strong human. There's your super soldier.
Could be. Could be.
No.
Well,
Could be
yeah.
no. There's your super soldier.
There's other ways they were doing that too, though. If you go further back, it's not just messing with
Okay.
DNA. They were using drugs to try to make the super
Yeah.
soldiers. Remember that one?
I understand that. Yeah, because they were using LSD and stuff.
Right.
But now, okay, cheetahs. Cheetahs are supposed to be the fastest animal on the earth, right?
Fastest cat.
They're
Yeah.
no, they're supposed to be the fastest mammal out there. Now, if you can take the DNA sequence of a cheetah, and you can break it down and find that marker that gives us the cheetahs their ability to have that speed plus, because they don't tire out as quickly as other animals because they have a different way of breathing. Now, if you take the markers for that and place it in a human, you'd have a super fast human. You'd have someone who is able to run as fast as a cheetah and as long as a cheetah. And some cheetahs can hit speeds of 60 miles an hour.
Well, most of these are birds at the top of this list.
Well, no,
right now.
I'm talking about the
I typed in
you know,
fastest mammal. All right, here they got a cheetah. All right, that's the first one that's not a bird, looks like.
Okay, the fastest land mammal. Mr. Technical over here.
Well, this has got all flight, and then the fastest land animal is a cheetah. The cheetah can go from 0 to 96 kilometers. I don't know what that is in 60 miles per hour. From 0 to
Is that
60.
not what I said?
It can go from 0 to 60 in under 3 seconds. That's almost as fast as some fucking cars.
It is. And
Well,
how,
it's-
and
now
doesn't say
here's-
how long
here's-
it can maintain that speed.
No, its endurance is limited. Now you cross that motherfucker though, with what I have out in my living room, and that motherfucker could do 60 miles an hour non-stop.
No,
Yeah, it could.
no, not with a canine like yours. She wouldn't be capable of it. See, cheetahs have a different way of breathing when they're running fast.
I'm saying it doesn't matter.
It keeps them from tiring out as much.
Yeah, but see, you give a cheetah those abilities that a husky has, where they can
But you don't
they
want to
can
do that.
regulate
You don't-
their own
you know,
metabolism
why would
system.
man,
They could
why would
run
man
forever.
want to create something like that when they
Oh,
when they
wow.
want to experiment on themselves and make
Well, I'm
themselves
just saying,
that way?
you know, if you wanted to make something, but their endurance is limited.
75 miles
But I
an
bet
hour.
it's not. I
What?
bet it's not.
Cheetahs.
Well, this is
Yeah.
saying it can go to 0 and 60. Yeah, but the fastest they can go is 75 miles an hour. But they can go to 0 to 60 in less than 3 seconds.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it can't maintain its astonishing speed for long distance.
Right.
Right. And that's where your endurance comes in.
That's the
That's the
fastest.
thing.
What's the next one? Pronghorn. 55 miles an hour.
Yeah, and then
Pronghorn
spring,
deer.
and then a springbok, and then a blue
55.
wild beast, and then of course your lion.
No, black buck.
Well, I've got a different list.
Black
buck's
blue
below.
wildebeest.
All right,
here.
people, we have a debate going on
The
here.
black
We got
buck.
three different
I thought it was black
websites,
buck,
and
the
The
we
black
got
buck here is
Peanut
below the
Gallery
lion.
against
the line
Joe Dirt.
here, the line is below.
Well,
Actually,
you know
they're
what?
both right neck and neck because they
Yeah.
both do 50 miles an hour.
You know, that's it. I'm gonna, you know.
Oh, but guess what number 7 is? It's a dog.
The number 7 one should be the Greyhound.
Yep. 46 miles per hour.
They are the
They're
ugliest
fast.
fucking dog.
Number 8,
Well, not the ugliest.
That would be Jackrabbit or
Jackrabbit, 45 miles an hour. Number 9,
hyena.
African wild dog.
It's a hyena.
Oh, they call it African wild dog. It looks,
It's still the fucking
it looks
hyena.
cute. It's got big round ears.
Doesn't matter. It's still a fucking hyena.
Number 10,
All right, how do we get on the fastest?
Kangaroo.
All right, we don't want to know what all the
I don't
fastest
know.
are.
We wound up.
I did the top 10.
We talked. We started. You know, this is how some of our.
The shows go, yeah, they
Shows
get
go.
off topic real fast.
Well, no, I'm just saying. You know, we got talking about Haarp, and Haarp can lead into other things, and then
And I was
And
looking
then
at
how
other
it
things when you guys
happened
were
is
talking.
I told you about Dulce, New Mexico, and the
One thing
the
leads to
alleged
another.
conspiracy of their alien base there, and the fact that they have the
I didn't.
The fact
That was a dud.
that they have alien human hybrids and alien animal hybrids and all kinds of shit there. So anyway,
Don't even think about it. You control like a girl.
I am a
shit,
girl.
Okay. So anyway, all right, were you gonna have her do some trivia questions with us, and then we're gonna bring the boys in, let them talk with us for a little bit.
Okay, do you want Totally 80s or SNL?
SNL is sports and leisure. I don't like sports and leisure.
SNL, Saturday Night Live.
Oh, she said SNL. I thought she said S and L.
No. Get your mind out of the gutter.
Sports and leisure. What did I say? I said sports and leisure.
And he was
Or
thinking-
one of each.
He was thinking soak and lace.
No, that isn't what I was thinking.
He was too. His mind was in the gutter.
You know, SNL could also be sex and latex. So,
All right.
now you want the mind in the gutter? I
You know,
put the mind in the gutter.
No, we don't want to go back to that. Talking about that site that you can't access.
Consumption Junction is no longer in existence.
No more. Yeah, and you're crying over that one, aren't you?
No, I'm not.
All right,
That
go
just has
ahead.
some
Let,
weird shit
let
on
her
it.
ask her question, and you try to answer.
And you know, Haarp can actually lead into CERN. What CERN's doing at the super collider that they have, the Hadron Collider, colliding atoms, looking for the God particle, and creating black holes.
Yeah, that's a scary thought too. Create a fucking black hole and swallow up the Earth, and then we're all fucked.
Not when they're microcosmic black holes. They're just little bitty fucking things.
Yeah.
The only thing they'll swallow up is your dick.
I don't know. My dick's too big to fit through
No,
a black hole.
I don't
Alright.
think so. Really? Then
I'm not like you where I gotta tie a board to my ass to keep from falling in.
you know, that's really getting personal there.
You started it.
Yeah, but I ain't talking about your woman. And that could be construed as a
I wasn't talking
poke
about
at
your
mine.
woman. I was.
Yeah, okay. You better retract, bitch.
I ain't retracting shit. All right, answer the question. Ask.
He wants you to answer the question.
No,
now, not
ask the
ask it.
question.
So
Well,
whatever.
maybe she should give you the answer, and you try to figure out the question. Oh, that's a backwards way of thinking.
You are backwards.
So are you.
Okay, ready?
No.
Maybe.
What cast member played Jennifer, the mysterious Wentworth Hall freshman who kept asking her new roommates to all take a shower together?
I don't know. Saturday Night Live. I don't watch it. It's not my religion like his.
I don't know what year that was. So I didn't watch all the Saturday Night Lives. Lorraine Newman.
Who played the main character in The Animal?
The Animal.
The movie The Animal.
I don't know.
The main character.
The movie The Animal. That's one of those younger generation dudes. I didn't watch that version.
No, that
I
wasn't
can
a
picture
younger
the guy.
generation, dude.
No, you know this guy. Oh my god, I can't remember. I can't think of what else he played.
I'm thinking the movie.
Deuce Bigelow. Wasn't
He's
it?
one of.
Yeah.
He's
No,
one of
isn't
what's
he the
Adam
one that played
Sandler's
the animal?
Yeah, yes.
It was Deuce Bigelow.
But what is his actor name?
It wasn't Will Ferrell. It was the
No,
other dude.
he's one of one of Adam
Really
Sandler's-
curly hair.
Yeah, I
He's one of
know.
Adam-
Really
he's
curly
Adam-
hair is one of William
he's one of-
Sandler's flunkies.
Yes.
You know, it's like some of these dudes, like Adam Sandler, Mike Smith, or Kevin Smith. I'm sorry, I meant Kevin Smith. They've got this little like clique that follows them around from movies to movies that they make. And I can't think of the guy.
He's actually a producer now.
He's been in almost all of Adam Sandler movies too. Because he was in Happy Gilmore. He was in the Mr. Deeds.
Yes, he was.
And it wasn't the crazy-eyed dude.
No,
was
it wasn't. Yes.
Yeah, Schneider. See, I didn't watch that Saturday Night Live. Saturday Night Live I watched was all the 1970s something. Do the 80s thing. Got a better chance.
Yeah. Adam Sandler was in that movie too. Yes, I cheated.
He's funny.
Who was elected president of Austria despite revelations that he'd served in the German army and
Now she's going
Salonika
history.
during the deportation of Greek Jews?
She's just trying to stump us and make us look bad, isn't she?
Shit. I don't know.
I was stoned throughout the
George
80s.
W. Bush.
Oh no, it's nobody I ever heard of.
See, then why are you
Let's think
asking
of
the
these
fucking
German-
questions? Man, we should have kept the cards over
German
here.
shit.
She's just doing this just to make us look bad. See, look at her laugh.
Kurt Waldenheim.
Well, that was history. That yellow is history.
Yeah.
Well, we
You
don't
know,
want
blue
history.
is art, or blue is science.
No, Blues TV.
Blue's TV.
Oh, there you go.
Pink is art.
Okay, fine.
TV.
Who
music.
hosted
Green
the-
is science.
Who hosted the most Oscar telecasts in the 1980s?
Most Oscar telecast? I have no fucking clue.
Bob Barker.
Tony Randall.
If I'm not mistaken, he was also one of the hosts of the late night show.
Who?
David Letterman.
Who?
Johnny Carson.
Yes.
Oh.
Johnny Carson.
See, I do a topic that you guys say that you know, and
Which topic was that? TV?
yes.
I said science. I didn't say.
Oh, science.
That's
I don't
SNL.
remember much of TV either. You know, in the 80s.
You don't remember much
well,
of anything.
in the 80s, we had to go
Okay.
outside a lot. Still. There was no
I usually know the
computers and no
science.
video games and...
Which one is science?
Isn't it the green one?
No.
What's the letters on the green one?
Movie.
Okay.
Okay. what
There's
ti-
TV. There's TV. There's WC. There's HL. There's music. There's movie, and then there's SNL.
SNL.
You got it totally fucked up. Trivial Pursuit.
that
It's the greatest hits.
that one's an SNL, and this one's a greatest hits, and they got 80s. You got 80s, 90s, and pop culture.
Dude, mine's better.
Well, we need to get other ones.
Oh wait! What John Cougar did he told the tale of two American kids growing up in Heartland?
Jack and Diane.
That's an easy one. That was too easy. Don't
Yeah, that
give
was
me
too
them
easy.
easy ones.
When it comes to 80s music, I do know.
Oh, here we go. What pair accompanied Chevy Chase at a Washington correspondence dinner to act as Secret Service agents to his General Ford?
I don't know.
What was that? Go ahead, say it again.
What pair accompanied Chevy Chase at a Washington correspondence dinner to act as Secret Service agents to his Gerald Ford?
The Blues Brothers.
And who are the Blues Brothers?
Dan Aykroyd and John Belushi. Well, who else would it have been? Think about how they dressed.
Okay. We'll get the boys.
Boys!
Oh, that works.
Joe, you're gonna have to get up and go because if I do it, I go in front of the camera.
She can't. Come on.
I don't wanna.
Elvis has left the building.
Elvis.
Actually,
I don't think
Manson has left the building.
Yeah, pretty much Manson. All right, come here, boy.
No, now you're gonna ruin it all. Have them go by you.
No. They're gonna come this way. There's no room for them to come through
Which
here.
means you
and
need
they'd
to
have to
stand
go
up.
over those. You can stand here. Leon, come here. Okay.
Hi, everybody.
Ugh. We're still live on Facebook. Wave.
Hi, everybody.
Look up there. The camera's over there.
Not me.
Yeah.
Hi.
This is my grandson. That's my step grandson. And we thought maybe we'd bring him up here on the show for a little bit because I had to take care of him today.
Oh, so
Do you know these cartoons?
Yeah, I know that cartoon, Invader Zim.
Oh, Invader Zim, huh?
Yep.
Which one is that one?
The Very Odd Parents.
I'm not asking you right now.
The
I'm
Very
asking
Odd
you.
Parents. I don't know what that is.
This is Avatar.
Avatar.
What's this one?
SpongeBob.
no,
That's like your favorite, isn't it?
At least these kids got better taste.
SpongeBob SquarePants.
What do you mean?
Well,
Ben 10.
I'd be a little
Samurai
upset
Jack.
if they knew who that purple dinosaur was.
Ugh. Please.
Or those ugly colored things with the different
Who's that?
fucked up things coming out of their heads.
Goofy. I mean,
Who's that?
Those Teletubbies.
Teletubbies?
Oh, them things were ridiculous.
that's Scooby-Doo.
Yeah.
That's a
Kid
classic.
Next Door.
Yeah, the kids next door.
Kid Next Door.
Yeah.
What were you playing
Who's
out there?
this?
We were playing Mortal Kombat.
Mortal Kombat. Who was winning?
Did you paint chips when you were a
It's hard
kid?
to say they're arguing too much.
Yeah.
Is that all you were playing?
She's a nice butterface.
No, they played quite a few different.
Butterface.
What other games were you playing?
Like pinball.
Yeah, they
Yeah.
did.
Pinball.
They did a Star Wars
Boy,
pinball.
I don't see too many kids that age playing pinball these days.
Really?
Pinball's
Well, they
fun,
were
man.
they were going through your arcade
that?
games.
I get it. I get it.
They were playing Star Wars.
Sonic the
that is?
Hedgehog.
Yeah, so.
They were playing Sonic the
That's a
Hedgehog.
classic.
That's.
Oh, I know that one just from here.
American Dad?
The American
watch
Dad.
Yeah.
We
How about
we
this
also
one?
got South Park.
Do you know that one?
That's
Who is that? Who's that guy?
Jake,
Who is that? It's Finn and Jake.
Finn and Jake.
What's the name of that one? Do you remember?
That one's Finn, that one's Jake.
Yeah, but what's the name of the show? Adventure Time!
Adventure Time. And we also got Futurama and South Park. Teen Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Oh,
Little
yeah.
people.
Oh, really?
Little people like you should be watching South Park.
You watch Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles?
Powerpuff Girls. We got
Powerpuff
Arthur.
No, you don't watch those, do you? You don't watch a girly show, do you?
Yes, I do. Don't judge me.
Oh my God.
He watches Ninja Turtles too.
Animaniacs.
What?
Well,
He loves the Ninja Turtles too.
Well, the Ninja Turtles are cool.
You know, even though he's a young child, he still has to keep
Oh, look, there
his
you are.
feminine side.
Yeah.
You know, you have to
There's
be
JJ.
able to
That's how
nurture
That's how
that.
they react with women in the future.
Yeah, you want them to become
What the heck?
sensitive men.
What do you mean, what the heck?
Yeah.
This is
Oh,
not
don't
like
even,
this.
don't.
What the? I said.
I hear that come out of you, boy, and I'm gonna whip you. Then I'll
Scared
put
you?
you. Then I'll
It was
put you
meant
in
to
a
scare you.
corner after whipping you. Uh oh, he found a fresh one. No.
Oh, that's gonna be real loud on the mic. He's
Don't
holding it
pull
right
hard.
up to it.
Oh!
Oh, landed on the.
What? That's not a trivia box.
I
Here you
thought-
go.
Oh.
Out that way.
That's
Make
nice.
sure.
How do you?
Don't aim it at your face. Aim it out there and pull that
Sure,
damn
aim it
thing.
at your face.
Don't aim it at Tanya.
I can't do it.
Wrap the string on your finger.
He's gonna get you, Joe. That thing's small.
My legs started cramping. I had to
Where's
get
the
out.
fresh one?
Yeah. Oh.
Wow, dude, that one was hard for some reason. Hey!
Hey, don't shooting silly.
That ain't cool, man. We're playing with fireworks over here.
Fireworks, my ass.
Don't shine in anybody's eyes, Leon.
No.
Those ain't fireworks. That's child's play.
Leon.
All right, guys.
All right,
No,
hey,
you don't need to make a whole mess.
anyway,
I gotta clean it up enough as it is.
no, that's his.
Out this way. Goodbye.
Oh, he just took your happy face emoji.
I know, that's all right.
Bye.
See you later.
We've had
I
enough
think
fun with
we'll
that.
be going soon.
All right. Now that we're close to done, we've had our little visitors. Hope you had fun with that one.
Yeah.
But be sure to visit www.utterlyinsanemj.com. Be sure to nominate us or vote us in the podcast awards. You'll find the links on the websites. We're under People's Choice Award and we're under the comedy section. And if you want to see our show get better, please donate or buy through Amazon. There's a
Yep.
PayPal donate link. You can donate any amount you want, and every little bit's going to help us improve our show.
Right now, what's up on Amazon for our
There's a
choices
game
is
link,
The game link.
but they can order anything going through there.
And,
Just change the search perimeter
right.
or whatever.
And you put different games. That was the 4th of July one we did. That was different games that we thought were good and upcoming.
Yeah, it was like their biggest selections or best selections or something, or most popular games at the time. I think it was.
I
there's
think
some
it was
good ones- there's
what
some
we
good
were
ones coming
looking
out.
at and liking.
There's been a lot of new ones, and don't forget to vote on the poll on our website for next week's show. Otherwise, Mark's going to pick it by himself, and you don't want that.
Okay.
Because God knows what it could be about.
Oh, you know it would be good. It'd be aliens or.
He might talk about dissecting dog shit or
Hell, we
something.
can even go back to the moon landing again.
Didn't we do that with the Off the Rail guys?
Yeah, but we didn't do it on our own show. We did it on their show.
Yeah, well, we could do that, or we could find something new again.
Or I can
still
play
think-
around with my phone and figure out how to do
You
a
know,
live broadcast using
I
my
think maybe
phone, and
we
we
should
should do
bring-
that over at the picnic.
I think maybe we should bring.
How's that?
I think maybe we should
Huh?
bring the
Huh?
the phone over here and make a few prank phone.
I don't know.
Call a hospital and say, hey, I left my penis there. I lost my penis. Have you found it?
You'd have to get some
girlfriend's
permission.
name is
I'd have to what?
Marina
You'd
Butt.
have to get permission to do that and have people play along.
No, I wouldn't.
you
No,
They're
because
prank calls.
if you get people to play along, then it's no fucking fun. You want to call somebody that has no clue what you're going to say and have
Or
them
anything
answer.
like that.
You know, what I do is what I'm going to do is maybe I'll just call a bunch of random people I know. Hell, you know, one of these days, here, I got an idea. Next week, what do we
Look out, he's got ideas.
Next week, we got all these different show
I smell the
ideas.
smoke burning.
Yeah, I smell it too.
I know, here's a good one. You'll like this one. Next week, since we're going to have a hard time trying to get this guy here in person,
Oh, call him on the phone!
we'll bring that over here and put him on the speakerphone.
Yeah, but dude, what day are we doing this next week? Because we're going to their
I
party.
know, we'll figure it out. We'll figure it out between now
gonna
and
do
then.
it Friday, you're gonna
It's
do
either gonna be
Sunday.
Friday night or Sunday morning, or we do or I figure this thing out on my phone and we do a live Facebook broadcast right there.
Well, who knows? We'll figure it out between now and then. But if we do a good show topic, or they pick a good show topic, we can call our buddy Woody and have him kind of join us over the phone lines once and see how it goes. Maybe he'll actually show up in person the following time. You know?
I don't know about that.
Well, you never know.
He's going to try to take over and direct it in the way he wants it.
How do you know?
Because I know Woody.
But we could have a lot of fun. All right, till next time. I'm Joe. That's Mark. And I guess
And I'm Mark, and that's Joe Dirt.
No, not Joe Dirt.
Yeah.
You know, I'm gonna figure out that guy's name of the character that you don't like. I can't even remember the fucking show right offhand. And you're lucky.
No.
I want to say
I'm
everybody
privileged.
loves Raymond, but it ain't that one.
Nope.
And he ain't gonna tell me. I'll have to
Nope.
figure it out. It's the one with the goofy fucker that's got all the hair that's like way up here. And the weird neighbor.
I know that they were watching together. Did they have any comments for us?
No questions.
No questions either? Wow.
Your niece didn't join us either, did she?
No, not this time.
Oh.
Yeah, did my brother.
Well, he was broke down that day, according to your mom.
Yeah, he was broke down in Ohio,
Oh, that's
so he had nothing to do. Had to wait.
Otherwise, he
Anyway.
watches it when his own convenience.
Anyway, that's
That's it.
that's it. We're
So
done
visit
for today.
utterlyInsane.com or utterlyinsanemj.com.
Have a good day.
All our links
Have a
are
good
there.
time. And
Like and subscribe to us on YouTube,
yep.
and
Watch
we'll see
us.
you next week. From God
All
knows
right.
where.
Yep. Maybe even trying to attempt the live broadcast from the picnic with Off the Rails.
That'll be a miracle.
You never know.
You never
Might
know.
happen.
You never
All right.
know.
Peace. We're done.
We're
You can
done.
Shut it off now.
You can shut that one off now too.